1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 5 for 12:5 Have we not power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord, and Cephas? 6 Or I only and Barnabas, have not we power to forbear working? 7 Who goeth a warfare any time at his own charges? Who planteth a vineyard, and eateth not of the fruit thereof? Or who feedeth a flock, and eateth not of the milk of the flock? 8 Say I these things as a man? Or saith not the law the same also? 9 For it is written in the law of Moses, Thou shalt not muzzle the mouth of the ox that treadeth out the corn. Doth God take care for oxen? 10 Or saith he it altogether for our sakes? For our sakes, no doubt, this is written, that he that ploweth should plow in hope, and that he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope. 11 If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things? 12 If others be partakers of this power over you, are not we rather? Nevertheless we have not used this power, but suffer all things, lest we should hinder the gospel of Christ. The concept of being a chosen one is everywhere in stories, from movies to books, and it's often portrayed as this amazing gift, but what if it's not all it's cracked up to be? But even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not therefore. Ye are of more value than many sparrows. Being considered a chosen one comes with a lot of challenges like isolation, because you're often set apart from others, and you can't really relate to them. You're expected to save the world or achieve some great feat, and that's a heavy burden to carry. The pressure to perform is immense, and the fear of failure is always lurking in the back of your mind. You start to wonder if you're really up to the task, and that self-doubt can be overwhelming. The weight of responsibility is crushing at times, and it's hard to find people who understand what you're going through. John chapter 12 verse 9 For 12:9 Much people of the Jews therefore knew that he was there, and they came not for Jesus' sake only, but that they might see Lazarus also, whom he had raised from the dead. 10 But the chief priests consulted that they might put Lazarus also to death. 11 Because that by reason of him many of the Jews went away, and believed on Jesus. 12 On the next day much people that were come to the feast, when they heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem. You see examples of this in literature and film all the time, like Harry Potter or Luke Skywalker, who are both chosen ones, in their own ways. They have to deal with the emotional and psychological toll of being destined for greatness, and it's not always easy. In real-life scenarios, you see people like child prodigies or heirs to wealthy families, who are expected to achieve great things, and it can be really tough for them to live up to those expectations. The chosen one narrative can be damaging because it creates unrealistic expectations and can lead to burnout. John chapter 12 verses 17 to 18 17 The people therefore that was with him when he called Lazarus out of his grave, and raised him from the dead, bear record. 18 For this cause the people also met him, for that they heard that he had done this miracle. The chosen one narrative can also be damaging because it creates unrealistic expectations and can lead to burnout. People who are considered chosen ones often feel like they have to put others' needs before their own, and that can be really draining. They may also feel like they have to hide their true feelings and struggles, because they don't want to let others down. It's a lonely existence, and it can be hard to find people who truly understand what you're going through. A powerful insight into the chosen one trope is that it's often not about the person themselves, but about the expectations placed upon them. When you're considered a chosen one, you're often seen as a symbol of hope or a tool for achieving greatness, rather than as a person with your own strengths and weaknesses. This can lead to a sense of disconnection from yourself and your own desires, and it can be really hard to break free from those expectations. This turning point can be really freeing because it allows you to see that you're not alone, and that being a chosen one isn't always a blessing. You start to realize that you have your own path to follow, and that you don't have to live up to others' expectations. It's a powerful moment, and it can be really liberating. Acts chapter 7 verse 8 For 10:8 And he gave him the covenant of circumcision, and so Abraham begat Isaac, and circumcised him the 8th day, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs. 9 And the patriarchs, moved with envy, sold Joseph into Egypt, but God was with him. 10 And delivered him out of all his afflictions, and gave him favor and wisdom in the sight of Pharaoh king of Egypt. And he made him governor over Egypt and all his house. To summarize, being a chosen one may seem glamorous, but it often comes with significant burdens, from isolation and pressure to the fear of failure and the weight of responsibility. It's not always easy, and it's not always worth it. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the chosen one trope in the comments. Do you think it's a curse or a blessing? Be sure to check out my other videos on similar themes, and I'll catch you all in the next one.